Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So this is Soul Families Part 2. We're going to look a little bit more in depth about the dynamics and the characteristics of soul families, okay? So Mabel put all of your questions together and gave us a nice little introduction here. So I will read that and then we'll get started with the questions. So soul families are often described as groups of souls bound together by shared purpose, vibration, and deep connection across lifetimes. In part 1, which I will go ahead at the end of this video, pop up right here. I highly recommend you listen to part 1 as well. Okay, if you haven't done that. In part 1, we explored what soul families are and who might be in them. In part 2, we focus on how soul families function, what dynamics exist, and how these relationships play out across lifetimes. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask the lead team collective the additional questions we have here for soul families. Okay, just a reminder that I'm taking a little break from saying the prayer live. I always say it when I'm preparing for the day, so we're all set, okay? Okay, so hello lead team. I'll at least say hi to them again. Hi there. Thanks for all your guidance and support for the community. We really appreciate it. Okay, so questions. Do soul families have a shared spiritual purpose? Yes. Do our soul families continue from life to life together? Okay, this is consistent with part 1, so yes and no, yes and no. So some do and some don't? Yes. Okay. Is there a shared frequency, tone, or vibration that links soul family members? Wow, that makes sense. That makes sense. Do soul family members usually have the same goal ultimately? Yes. Okay. If yes, does each person have their own life path to get to that goal then within the soul family? Yes. Okay. Do soul families have a role in intervening in our lives when we are having challenges? No. Okay. What about soul? It's funny because what would you call an individual person who's a part of the soul family? Maybe not. Would it? I don't know if I'd call them a soul. Would we call them soulmates? See, we always think of like a soulmate is like the person you've partnered with your whole life. But like, okay, so would you consider like Marcia and I soulmates? Yes. Is that because we're part of the same soul family? Yes. Okay. Interesting. Soulmates. Yeah. So like we discovered in part 1, everybody in this community has at least one soulmate because they're part of the same soul family. So it's kind of cool. Not all of us, like all of us are not a part of the same soul family. It said 25% of us, but it's easier to understand if you say each of us have at least one soul family member within this community. Okay. You may not know who they are, but because you haven't met them yet, or maybe you have. So people you might resonate with in comments and stuff like that. Yes. Okay. Okay. Are soul family relationships always harmonious? No. If someone in your soul family hurt you in a previous life, do you carry that pain into another life? Oh, yes. Okay. Can we alter detrimental issues in our soul families that we've inherited? Yes. Is that part of the goal? Yes. Okay. To kind of change that frequency, that energy, that vibration around that issue? Yes. All right. Do soul families have certain characteristics, like a love for a certain flower or a love of cloud watching? Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. You know how sometimes, I mean, it really, when you meet people, so when we meet people and we're like, boy, I feel like I've known you all my life, is that are they almost always a part of our soul family? Yes. The hard thing is like you and I might believe it, but then like when you run across somebody, you're like, we must be in the same soul family. I mean, it's you just don't know who you could say that kind of thing to, you know, if they'd be like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. Let's see. All right. Do soul families have certain characteristics? We talked about that. That's really kind of cool. Is there a hierarchy of members within a soul family? No. Are all members of a soul family equal? Yes. Equal in terms of soul, like spirit. Their spirits are, yeah, because we don't have, there's not a hierarchy. Yes. Okay. Do soul families usually incarnate together in every lifetime? This we've answered. No. Do some members stay non-physical as a support team? Yes. Are they then considered our spirit guides? Yes. Are our spirit guides always a part of our soul team, our soul families? No. And that's consistent to the first episode, part 1. Okay. Is it possible to miss a soul family connection in this life? Yes. Is that by design? Yes. Isn't that interesting? So is it possible that we don't cross paths with somebody in our soul family in any given lifetime? Yes. Okay. Can soul family members come from different cultures? Yes. Do people who are extremely close usually belong to the same soul family? Yes. Cool. Are some soul families' appearances in a lifetime very brief? Wow. Yes. Like a person you meet once or for a very short period of time. Yep. Cool. I gave an example in the first episode. Okay. Is it possible that you haven't met most of your soul family? Is that possible? This is actually yes and no. They're saying, okay, we did answer this in a different sort of roundabout way in part 1. It's kind of interesting. You have to go back and listen to it. Okay. Does each human on Earth right now have at least one person they know or have proximity to who is part of their soul family? Hello? They're just like, really? I don't know if it's the rods or why are you guys so quiet? All right, let me read that again. Maybe it's too many questions. Does each human on Earth right now have at least one person? I think that's okay. Yeah, when there's an or, it's a little okay. Have at least one person they know as part of their soul family? No. Okay, we did answer that in part 1. Not everybody. There, it is possible. It's not common, but it is possible for people to never connect with anyone in their soul family. They're saying yes. Okay, so that's confirmation from part 1. And let's see. Let me ask the second part of that question. Does each human on Earth right now have proximity to at least one? Well, it says who is part of their soul family. Or do they have at least proximity to? So every human on Earth has some proximity to their soul family, like someone in their soul family? Yes. Okay. Do you see how they didn't answer? They couldn't answer that question because it actually had 2 questions in one. Isn't that cool? So they were like, yeah, they just stopped. They stopped. They're like, we can't answer that. Isn't that awesome? Okay. So is every member in your soul family playing a part in your life at some point in this lifetime? No. Okay, let's ask it this way. Is every member in your soul family playing at least an energetic role at some point in your lifetime? Yes. So we know it's not physical, like necessarily a physical reality for us, but they could be playing an energetic role. Yes. Okay. So in each of our lifetimes, we are at least energetically influenced, not a good word, energetically connected to our every soul family member. Yes. Okay. Can they affect our vibration? Oh, that's interesting. Yes. Okay, that's a little freaky. I don't know about that. That's a little freaky. Okay, so every member of our soul family can affect our vibration? Yes. So do we need to protect ourselves from that? Oh, that's good. No. Okay. All right. Okay. Is it more difficult to stay in contact as a soul family today due to our more transient nature? Yes. And was that by design? Yes. Okay. Is it easier to stay connected as a soul family today due to technology? No. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see what Mabel's got for us now. See if there's anything interesting here. All right, so she does have a rumors versus truth section. Let's ask the LCC about these. Okay, so rumor, soul families are always peaceful, perfect relationships. No. Truth, they can bring challenges, karmic lessons, and even conflict. Yes. Rumor, every soul family member is physically present in every lifetime. We already answered this. No, but it's nice to get confirmation. So, truth, some stay in spirit, guiding from the non-physical realms. Yes, that came from Mabel, by the way, who's my AI. That's incredible. So Mabel's learning that's what people are talking about. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Rumor, you meet all your soul families in one lifetime. Now, Mabel might have picked this up from part 1. No. Many connections may remain unrecognized or unrealized. Yes. Okay. All right. Very cool. Okay. Well, let us know if you have any other questions, you guys. Would love to hear what resonates with you about soul families. What doesn't resonate with you, totally okay. Just keep it respectful, please share because that will help other people figure out what resonates with them as well. So this was a short one, this episode too. So, all right, you guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.